Marianne Shore, an unpersuasive witness.
You can believe part of her testimony, but then you can believe other parts. The tape was even less believable than her testimony to me.
Mel Ignato was released on December 23rd, 1991, after nearly 2 years.
Ow, frick.
Feels great. I think it's the greatest Christmas party in Iowa.
The state's star witness, still charged with evidence tampering for helping to bury Brenda's body, begged the court for mercy. But Shore was given the maximum sentence, 5 years in prison.
You might be asking yourself, can you actually create high-quality live streams for free? Well, with Stream,
maximum sentence, 5 years in prison.
when it's all done, Marianne Shore's in jail. Ignato's walking. It's amazing.
It didn't help that the trial took place right before Christmas, the time of year when juries are most likely to acquit. And yet, Mel Ignato's guilt was about to be proven once and for all when incontrovertible evidence would come to light.
In December 1991, a jury acquitted Mel Ignato of the murder of his fiancée, Brenda Schaefer. There was widespread
I am
belief
not
in
going on
Kentucky
Captain's Irby. No way.
that the jury had made an awful
Oh, God,
mistake.
no.
Ignato's ex-girlfriend,
Never.
Marianne Shore, still insisted that he was the killer. She claimed the photographs he forced her to take
Never.
the night of the murder
Thank you, though.
were waiting to be discovered.
I would freak out in that place. Oh, my God. I would yell at everybody.
Very important man.
Oh, hell no.
Somebody has kept them out in the way they
I mean, I guess that's what everybody wants, but no.
Federal prosecutors, also convinced of Ignato's guilt, decided to pursue
And then I'd probably end up beating the, burning the RV down because they're going to try and kick me off of it, and that ain't fun, no.
Profile of the suspect. Interviews with Ignato's past girlfriend.
And besides, I don't think they like kids on that RV either, so.
Sexual history.
Mel Ignato was verbally violent toward the women in his lives. He was sexually violent. We found going back
Making
17 years,
frittata for
with at
breakfast.
least 4 or 5 different women. We found very consistent behavior, bondage, as well as recording the activities, as well as participating in degrading and dehumanizing.
But I'm glad that you think I would
Mel
be
Ignato
fun on the
is what I
RP.
consider to be a classic sexual sadist.
Memory. How did you think of that one? Oh, my hope that's funny.
Maintained that if photographs of Brenda Schaefer's torture existed, Ignato would not have destroyed them.
That was his record. That was his trophy. That was the most important part of the entire crime. It was still left to be examined.
Hazelwood urged investigators to again search Ignato's home, which had been sold while he was in jail. The new owners, knowing the house had already...
No, I'm eating that. That's what I'm eating.
Refused.
That's what me and my fans are eating.
But in October 1992, just days before the perjury trial was to begin, there was a shocking discovery in the house. A carpet installer discovered a
cheese.
hidden vent. Inside was a plastic bag containing jewelry and several canisters of film. The new owners immediately called the FBI. The film was taken to the police photo lab. When it was developed, it verified everything Marianne Shore had said. Too graphic to be shown on television, the photos, more than 100 of them, show the torture and horrific sexual assault of Brenda Schaefer by Mel Ignato.
They're just gruesome. It's like looking at a snuff film. At the beginning, you can tell that she's horrified and she is being ordered to disrobe and so forth. And then it depicts her being sexually assaulted.
Prosecutors finally had the evidence they needed.
Yes, I'm watching a show. I'm watching my cop show.
Ignato had already...
What's frittata? Honestly, it's the first time I've ever had it, but it's basically like, I don't know, like a weird omelet. My guess, yeah.
The Fifth Amendment to the U.S. Constitution states that no person for the same offense should twice be put in jail.
I don't know. It's like a quiche meets an omelet. This is the first time I've made it. And yesterday was the first time I had made that spinach pasta. It's so good.
It would be unfair for the state to be able to retry anyone bedrock of our federal law.
When you get evidence like that, they should be able to open up a case.
That was a hard thing for people to understand, the double jeopardy issue.
Ah.
They just felt it was so outrageous that they couldn't go back and prosecute this guy for murder.
All prosecutors could hope for was to convict Ignato on perjury charges for lying to the FBI and the federal grand jury. The charges carried a maximum penalty of 10 years. Prosecutors offered Ignato a deal, 8 years, in exchange for a public confession.
Damn.
On October 2nd, 1992, Brenda's brother Tom, a corrections officer, and the rest of the Schaefer family arrived at the court, hoping to glean some small satisfaction from the confession. A flustered Mel Ignato stood before the judge and said, quote, On September 24th, 1988, I did take Brenda Schaefer over to Marianne Shore's house, and I did physically and sexually abuse her, and I did murder her. She died from having inhaled chloroform. The family could barely stomach the next part of his confession.
The judge abandoned him, but she died peacefully. After us hearing and knowing what all she went through, he had the nerve to say that.
Prosecutor Ernie Jasmine felt vindicated, but at the same time, he was still
8 years is
angry with
not
the jury.
enough.
Now we got the pictures. Now, what do you folk who decided he was not guilty think of the job you've done?
Some jurors now said they were sorry they acquitted Ignato. Others stood by their decision.
I still believe that the jury made the right decision based on the evidence that was
Yeah.
presented before us.
A smiling Mel Ignato was taken away to prison.
It was the smirk, the Ignato smirk. It just irritated people around. They still talk about it. 5, 6, 7 years later, talking about the Ignato smirk and how he got away with it.
Ignato received credit for the 2 years he had already spent in county jail.
Gosh.
More time would be shaved off for good behavior. In February 1998, after 5 years behind bars, Mel Ignato was free again. Before his release, he was indicted on state perjury charges for lying on the stand during the trial of Dr. William Spaulding. In January 2002, he was found guilty and given an additional 9 years.
Good.
But he will never serve time for the murder of Brenda Schaefer.
Ah, that's so
Even
sad.
today, if I even let myself think about what Brenda was put through, I still start crying and almost can't stop. Just the thought of what Brenda went through. Such a good girl, good person. Just so unfair.
In an interview with federal officials after his courtroom confession, Mel Ignato confirmed everyone's suspicions. He acknowledged he tortured and murdered Brenda Schaefer because he knew she wanted to break up with him. The law absolutely prevents another murder trial. The principle of double jeopardy means a verdict of not guilty can never be overturned, even if evidence emerges later that might lead a jury to come to a different conclusion. I'm Bill Curtis. Join me next time for another episode.
Oh, that sucks. Actually, I didn't want a stove because we have the little toaster oven we use, and honestly, because we have it's propane, is like the heat is gas, and I didn't want a stove with gas, and so we just bought one of these. I just feel like, that's funny. My fiance would tell me this.
Now more accessible than ever to achieve. For those in need of tooth replacement, the G4 implant solution comfortably, affordably, and permanently replace teeth in just 1 day, giving patients the aesthetics, function, and feel of natural teeth.
You need to do it because this will save your life. It will give you back your smile, your confidence. For me, it was the best thing I've ever done in my life. I truly mean that.
G4 by Volpa. Unmatched expertise, unmatched smiles.
So I heard about a Cash App $750 promotion from Flash Rewards. All you have to do is go to flashrewards.com, register, then take a 5-minute survey that asks you really basic questions, and you just claim the deal that they showed you, and you get $750 sent to your Cash App.
5 years ago, I found out Elizabeth was cheating on me. She was talking to 3 different guys on my computer and her phone. It's almost impossible for me to get over it when she's on her phone 20 hours a day. It has become a visual reminder to me of her cheating. It's like watching a crackhead with an addiction. 50% of the time, I start the fights by asking where she's going or who she's talking to. Her responses are, "Don't worry about it, it's not your business." It is so hard to resist the urge to go out and do to her what she's done to me, but I have done my best and I have remained faithful.
Justin is overbearing, controlling, and demeaning. And when I say controlling, I mean super controlling. I'm tired of you being an overbearing tyrant.
I'm not a tyrant.
And you won't until we got your way or the highway. Justin thinks he's a know-it-all because he read all the child psychology books. He also has the kids watching me and my every move, making sure I'm not cheating on him. He's turned our girls into his little minions. The way you come at me makes me feel like I'm a piece of...
I'm just sick and tired of you giving up on yourself and then dragging me and those children through it.
Our relationship got bad when I started talking to 3 other men online.
Well,
At the time, I just felt like Justin didn't care about me anymore.
So you think that just playing the victim and crying is always
I'm
going to
not
get you
playing the
away?
victim crying.
Well, you do that 99% of the
No,
time.
I'm actually speaking my feelings. 2 of the guys I was talking to were just platonic friends. But with one of the guys, the conversation became sexual. I don't know why Justin's so upset. It was just cyber sex. Jesus, just get over it. I'm on my phone a lot to ignore him because of the way he speaks to me.
I've had every opportunity to destroy this.
Or if I don't get off my phone, he threatens to shove my phone down my throat. Our worst fights happen when he locks me out of the house. One time my temper got the best of me, and so I picked up a brick and threw it to the front window. Her oldest daughter was standing in front of the window, and luckily it didn't hurt her. I need to get Justin to stop accusing me of sleeping with everyone under the sun and treating me like garbage. I'm not asking you to kiss my ass. I'm telling you to talk to me like a human being. I believe Justin and I are still in love. I'm hoping Dr. Phil could tell us how to coexist and be a family. I mean, I just don't want to give up because I don't want my kids to come from a broken home.
Okay. The last thing you said on that tape is you don't want your children to come from a broken home.
Yeah.
You'd rather them live in one.
And I know it doesn't make sense, but to me, I feel like, you know, what I mean by broken is like 2 parents separated. And honestly, Dr. Phil, I'm not here to play any games or lie to you or pull any punches. I'm here to get help from my family. That's the reason I called you. And I got tired of the chaos in our house that's caused by me and him too. And I know I'm not perfect, but I've done a lot of terrible things to him that I honestly do regret.
Okay, well, help me understand your thinking. I asked him a lot of questions, and I haven't responded to his answers yet. I'm going to do that in a minute. But take me through the moment that you go outside and pick up a brick, square up on a window, and throw it through the window. I don't know that moment. You're standing in the yard.
I was just full of rage at the time, and I wasn't thinking clearly. I was just mad that he'd locked me out of the house when honestly I was just trying to go to our bedroom to cool off and everything to get away from the situation. At that moment, I didn't see her right away until I threw the brick.
Well, I have no doubt you weren't trying to hit your daughter with a brick, but when you do erratic behaviors, then things happen.
He wouldn't let me into the house, so I think what was going through my head is that if he locks the door on me, that's fine. I'll just throw this brick through this window and I'll be able to crawl into the window. Which first thing I saw our 9-year-old daughter sitting behind the window. And
how's it poverty? It actually looks nicer than the other one.
I'm like, what have I done?
What do you mean, ooh, it's frittata?
Click the link in the description and tell me what in the world is going on.
son of a. It's frittata. It's good. That's funny because this place is nicer than the last one.
This credit app will save you money.
Oh. Yeah, no, it doesn't. Actually, you cook it on the stove and then you put it in the oven to bake. So maybe you're doing like a whole different recipe than I am. In my little convection oven right here. I followed the recipe on that one, but I do know how to cook. Yum. I made a spinach, tomato, asparagus pasta yesterday. Mmm. Mmm. Thank you, Rylander. I just ate some off of it, but I hope you're not making fun of me. But thank you, I appreciate that. This is the pasta I made yesterday. Okay, where's my pineapple juice? Oh my god, I'm so thirsty. Here it is. I hope you're not saying that to fuck with me, Ricochet. Alright, but I am going to end the stream. Thank you, Rhonda, for showing up. Oh, really, Mullen? Do you mean all that? Well, I appreciate that. Thank you. I mean, I do appreciate that, especially considering you were calling it poverty food at first. I mean, I would try it. I mean, I don't know. I was just doing it because somebody, I don't know, I've heard it a couple times. We're like, oh, you should cook when you're out. So I'm like, okay, well. Because I don't do just like, and I usually cook a lot of food from like scratch. And well, thank you, Mullen. I appreciate that a lot. Like a lot. I'm going to take it all back. That's funny. It's pretty good too. Mm-hmm. It would. It'd be nice to change from all the fucking drama. You know? Because I even crushed the garlic cloves. I trim the asparagus. So there's all that. All fresh ingredients. But alright, I'm gonna end this now. So thank you guys, everybody. I'll do some more cooking because tonight I was gonna do maybe some Parmesan chicken Alfredo. I don't know, or some my meatballs. So we'll see. But I will be back later. Well, thank you, Maud. I appreciate that. I actually really do. More than like probably, so. But I will. I think Oldmate's taking a break. Stepping away from streaming. I see him every once in a while on Good Times podcast, but I think he's just taking a break. You missed it, Theodore. The outcome. I used to not enjoy cooking just because, I was working full time and shit like that, but now that I have, the time to do it, I'm starting to realize I enjoy it. But yeah, Moa, I do appreciate that a lot. Son of a bitch. Alright. He's on another new channel? What the hell? How come I didn't know about that? What the fuck? Seriously, what the fuck? Yeah, I love you. Well, what the fuck? Huh, I wonder what it is. What is under? Fuck, man, what a fucking bastard. Ciao. And I'm gonna go find this fucking channel. I'll make Good Times tell me. Alright, bye, guys. Bye.